I don't know what's up with these triple stars that's going on. Star, star, star is star, star, star. For everyone shows star, star, star is star, star, star. What was my favorite part of filming Grand Brawl? Or my favorite part to film? My favorite part to film is probably the very last scene, the fight between Zeus and Roy. Probably that very last fight was my favorite. I had a really good time filming the Link versus Dark Link fight. That was really awesome. It was excited. It's exciting to me, mostly because nobody had ever done a fight scene like that. So I don't know. It's a toss-up between Link versus Dark Link and Roy versus Zeus. Huh. Why did I start making Grand Brawl? I kind of touched on that before, but basically, I'm a writer. I like being creative. I like acting. I've acted before a lot, and I wanted to write my own thing. And since I love Nintendo, I love video games, and I love writing, those three things combined was like machinima. And even though I didn't know what machinima was at the time, I actually did try to make a melee machinima once, but it never panned out because I didn't have a capture card, and I even wrote like 5 episodes. And I can't remember for the life of me what they were about, but yeah, I've just been wanting to do it for a long time. What was my favorite line to say as Roy? I really don't know. I don't think I can answer that because it's so many. Maybe when he said, "Did you miss me?" That was kind of a cool line. Yeah, I did. As far as script went, I knew exactly what I was going to do and how I was going to do it. How could Zeus transform Warbiter? Yeah, Ganondorf's body. That is something you'll have to watch Melee Days for. That whole kind of confrontation and what happened between Ganondorf and Zeus. Melee Days has the answer to that. What other machine? When did I get the idea for Grand Brawl? Like 3 years ago. I had just gotten back from college, kind of college. It was an internship slash college. It's difficult to explain, but anyway, I had just gotten back home, and I had been seeing a lot of Brawl Machinimas pop up. So I was like, you know what? I want to give it a try. I think it was about 3 years ago. I was 19, almost 20. What other machinima am I familiar with? A lot. That's a broad question. I'm familiar with like a ton of machinimas. I guess the ones off the top of my head are Silver Crisis, Smash King, whatever Angel Glories is. Sorry, Angel Glory. Broken, and that other one. And then Fox in Between and Game Master. Smash Tasm. That's pretty much it as far as the core series goes. Uh, yeah, I suppose you could say that Melee Days is the first season of Grand Brawl. It's a prequel, and Grand Brawl was stupid serious. I mean, you go through that series and you kind of want some comic relief. It was just stupid serious. In my opinion, I think I made it way too serious. So when I made Melee Days, I was like, I want to make a really fun comedic series. So that's what I set out to do with Melee Days. And while the most recent episode was really serious, the next episode is going to be all comedy and all silliness because through the 3 years that I've been making Machinima, I've learned how to write comedy as well. So I was like, hey, you know what? I want some comedy. Do I have any inspirations for doing Grand Brawl? Yeah, I answered this before. Brawlgasm from Guitar Master X7 was, I guess, my inspiration to do it. Because I was like, oh, he's making Machinima. It's hilarious. I'll make a Machinima and make it very serious. Rambo Licious, I don't really understand your question. If you could repeat it. Why was Daisy not in Grand Brawl? Because I had no idea Melee Days was around when I made Grand Brawl. I didn't plan it. Continuity errors. But I do know how Daisy fits into the whole thing. That I assure you of. And it's going to be explained in Melee Days. Yeah, Melee Days does kind of merge into Grand Brawl, I guess. Because the very last episode of Melee Days is basically going to take place a few minutes before Grand Brawl starts. So they do merge together. You can just go straight through them. All right. I'm going to be signing off at 5:30, so we've got 2 minutes left. So any other questions, and then I'll be out. Yeah, she would have been. How did Zelda escape? Peach took her out. Peach said that she was going to keep her safe, so Peach had the time to take Zelda out of Pandemonium and then go back in. So. Okay, what is my favorite editing program? My favorite editing program is, without a doubt, Sony Vegas. I used to use Windows Movie Maker. Bad idea. Never use that program. Never look at it. Never think about it. Horrible program. Anyway. Thank you for watching this series and being awesome yourself. Yeah, Vegas by far. I used Windows Movie Maker first, then I used ULED Media Studio, which is a good beast, super beginner simple program. And then I used what was it called? ULED Media Studio, which was also very similar to Vegas and could do a lot of the same things, but wasn't quite as good. And then I switched to Magix, which was probably the worst decision. It's almost as bad as Windows Movie Maker. Magix is easily the most. It's horrible program. Anyway, but then I switched to Vegas after that. Well, I'm about out of time. Yep, it's 5:30 now, so I'm out of time. I'm going to sign off, but I just want to say thank you, everybody that has ever watched Grand Brawl and been a fan of it. I'm really glad that you guys came to see the final episode, and I'm glad you all enjoyed it. Really, there's no point in writing a story without having somebody around to enjoy it. So, see you later, guys.